Hi everybody. It's day 30 of social distancing. Tuesday, April 14th, 2020. Off the bat, you'll see I'm in a different place. I'm actually doing this video in my room because my neighbors upstairs are doing some sort of crazy construction. I don't know what they're doing upstairs, but like right above my desk, it was just like sawing noises and hammering. And I just got off of my Bible study with my community group, and I was like, I even during that time had to move because I can't concentrate, and if I want to say something, I don't want that background noise. So I'm in my room right now. I wanted to get this video out sooner than later because I haven't eaten yet and I want to eat. So first things first, yeah, I just did my Bible study, which was really good just to see everyone talk about just things about Easter, really, about our just sermon over the weekend, which was really good. And just to see everyone is great. Without going into like detail, there's just a lot of prayer requests of just a lot of hurting and people sick and protection and healing. So, even in quarantine or social distancing, those type of things don't end. So there's just definitely a lot to pray for. Did want to touch on that I'm like still bookending my days. So starting in the Word and ending in the Word. Except for like there are days when I do one or the other. Like Saturday I did it in the morning, but I didn't do it at night. But for the most part, it's been really good doing that. And now that I'm off of the Holy Week series, going back into the Beautiful Encounters workbook I have, right now I'm in the story of when Jesus goes to visit Mary and Martha. And if you're not familiar with that story is basically Jesus going to visit these two sisters, and they're very different. In the couple of verses of that story, Martha is portrayed as like the type A personality type of person. Like she's busy cooking dinner, really. And then Mary is at the feet of Jesus, learning and listening from him. And Martha is like, Jesus, what do you think of Mary not even helping me? Like, can you tell her to help me? And Jesus is like, no, she's actually doing the right thing, and I'm not going to take that from her. And just been sitting in that passage for 2 days, so yesterday and today, and then I did read something else today. Hold on, I don't want to misspeak. Where was I? Oh, and then when their brother passes away, Lazarus too, was the one for today. But the encounter basically, or what I'm learning in that little passage, is how Jesus was a friend to them in terms of how he, in his way, what's the word? Like he rebuked but taught them. So friendship should be seen that way, of like if you have your friends that are also believers with you, or even just friends in general, like if you don't have that friend or you're not that friend, to kind of tell your friend if they're doing something wrong, and then just teach them, and teaching them as in pointing to the Word and Jesus' example of how to go about something, then you're not really being a friend. And I think just the same way to just to encourage them as well. So that's been really nice, just to really sit in these typical stories, because I've known these are not surprises to me, but just seeing them again in a different light, in that way, has been really good for me. And just the discipline of doing that and wanting to do that, especially looking forward to the time of prayer after reading. So I read the passages and then I pray. And that's just been just so great, of just being deeper in prayer, especially of just being specific about what I'm praying for, and praying just all those different things during that time. And I finished my 100 Days to Brave devotional. I was off by like 3 days from when I was supposed to be done, but that was fine. So that was just a really good devotional. I don't have another one. I think I have one, that I might do, but it's not a Christian devotional. I don't think it's more of a spiritual devotional. So I have to just reread it, make sure it's okay for me to read. I don't know if that was a gift or if I just bought it thinking it was a devotional that I would do eventually. So I just have to revisit that. So yeah, that's been really good so far. And my little note, sorry. Yeah, then last night I had a house party. So that's an app that you can use for video chatting with two of my friends that I haven't seen in a long time. And it was really nice to catch up with them, just to hear what's going on in their lives and how they're dealing with quarantine time. And they're both in different scenarios as I am. So it's just really, really nice to hear from them. And which definitely was just a time to encourage each other in like what we're going through right now. So I think that's been good. I think it just kind of coincides with like, you know, how am I using my quarantine while, you know, developing or maintaining certain relationships, and just taking time to make sure I encourage other people with my words, with my actions. So that's been really nice. Today at work, I was on fire. I like to toot my own horn, but like I was really like I was like elbow deep in this analysis, and then I had like an aha moment, and then it literally took me down a rabbit hole. But like I feel like I needed to go there, and that's why I was super running late. Like I had my Bible study to the side, and I'm like, I gotta send this email, so I sent it with my analysis. But the analysis work just to get like make sure I'm doing the right thing for the people that need it before I even go any further. So it's been good. Like I haven't had like that moment, you know, at work yet. And I love it when those times happen, especially when they're like super random. And let's see. So I did not wake up early to work out today. I feel really bad, because I didn't even hear my alarm go off. Like it said, I turned it off, and like I don't remember even it ringing. So I don't know what it is. I slept a bit earlier yesterday, but not that early. But today I for sure will, because I should. Like there's no excuse. So that's my goal for today. I'm going to have dinner, relax a little bit, and then go to sleep. And last thing I want to talk about is I took an earlier lunch just to try to get my eating schedule right, which is kind of silly because I'm actually having a super late lunch today, or late dinner. And I had like a mini dance party during my for the beginning of my lunch hour, just to like stretch and like move around. I had like some songs playing, and I'm just like getting into the groove, and I look out my window and there's Flurries. I'm like, wait a second, what? And then I double check, like, yeah, they're Flurries. Like they didn't even powder the ground, but they were just falling. And I'm like, oh, we're in April. So April's still full of surprises. That's what was like my I am status at work. Because you never know. April always has like that last bit of winter before you're actually into spring, after like my 5 years-ish of living here. So yeah, that was something today. I know I don't talk enough about the weather. But that's that. I'm going to take like a little bit of time. I do have one thing that I didn't write, but I think it's important. Like yesterday I was listening to the presser, and I was really getting heated with just things that were being said in the presser, and I needed to stop. Because my thing was that I was listening to news outlets, and I was really just listening to their opinions more than the actual, like, what it was about. So I've been, like, taking time to listen to what's actually being said at the pressers, and I get very upset and emotional, more than I feel like I should be. And I took a break from it today, but I just need to be able to listen and not get heated about it. So definitely, I think just the mini lesson there is just be mindful of what you're feeding yourself, even in quarantine too, especially in quarantine. So whether it's the news or songs or videos that you're listening to, just making sure like that you're really being mindful of what you're allowing into your body, especially through your ears during this time. That was something that I took away from that scenario. So we'll definitely work on that. And yeah, that's it for today. It's day 30, I think, of social distancing, Tuesday, April 4th, 2020. And I will see you guys tomorrow.